So today we're going to do some simple building destruction. What you're going to want to do is start out with a cube, scale this cube on the X or Y axis, scale Shift Z to all scale in one direction. That's not what I wanted. We're just going to scale it down and basically make a board. That looks about right. Maybe a little bit longer. That looks good. So now that we have this board, what we can do is go into game logic, go into side view, add a sensor, radar. When it hits the property air on the z-axis, negative z-axis, so down here, we are going to go at an angle of 45 degrees at a distance of 1. Now we're going to save and call this gravity. Good. So after we have our radar set up, we can come over here and give ourselves 2 edit objects. Actually, we're going to do 3 edit objects. So let's duplicate this board. So we have 2 of them, but we're going to make this one a rigid body, and we're going to add a friction of 1, rolling friction of 0.1, and a collision bounds as box. So now we're also going to come over here and get rid of all the logic that's attached to it. Click on our other one, select it like so, and then we are also going to make a duplicate of this one, and we're going to call it, actually give it a different material, and just for fun we're going to make it transparent, just so we can show off and demonstrate. Yeah, too much time. Just demonstrated a little bit of what's going on here. So after it spawns, or as it spawns our rigid body, it's also going to spawn this cube, which I'm going to put on a ghost like so, and we're also going to make this a static object. So ghost actor, good. Okay, now what we can do is minimize these, connect that, and make this an end object so it ends our original object. We're going to then give this a game property that is ghost, not ghost, what am I talking about? I don't know why I'm thinking about ghost right now. We're going to make it an air property like so. In fact, we'll do all lowercase just for the sake of convenience. Then watch that, there it goes, it works. Press Control and A and then scale, and then it works now. If I were to move this over, it's fine, not gonna go off. Now the main deal we're making this, I'm gonna move this over to this layer, is so when we stack these boards up, if you shoot the one below it, it's gonna go off and trigger a chain reaction going up. This is a little bit better than the original way I did. My original video was I used, instead of radar, I just used physical objects that ended up bogging down your machine pretty heavily. So what we got is this little guy here. So we have radar, but we also want it to activate when we say collide with, we're gonna call this projectile, and then that'll be good. Connect it up to all 3 of these like so. Now when we actually get a projectile to hit it, it'll activate this board, and we'll see in a second. So what I can do is press 1, duplicate this, put on this, and we're just gonna move it up. Now 1 I found is pretty good, because even if you have a little bit of a gap between the boards, it'll still reach it and it'll still work. So like so, looking good. We can grab all these guys, all these planks, move them over like so. Bring these guys up. Nice. Doesn't match up. Like so. Looking fabulous. So there we go. Now we have this kind of wall here. We're gonna add a camera, go into the camera, press Z twice, G and Z, G again, move it around, Now we can look at it, give this camera an always sensor, go on to the actuator, add a mouse, make this a look, connect those together, cursor to selected because we want that, and then add a empty object, plane, like so. Take this, press N, rotation on the x-axis to be 0, rotate X 90 degrees, looking good. Get rid of that. Then take this, just parent it to the camera, like so. Create another one, make a object to spawn. And you know what? I use cubes too often. We are throwing monkey heads at this thing. Because why not, right? So we're going to give this projectile, like so. We're just going to give this a rigid body and a collision bounds. Make this collision bounds a sphere. Add a always, put this always on tap. Go over here, edit T for motion. There we go. Connect that all up. And we want to go on, we're going to use force for now. We're going to go Y. Let's add 1000. And then, wow, look at that. And it already activated. We're actually going to go 2000 on this guy. So like so. And then we're even going to rotate it. I'll give it some torque. There we go. That looks good. Let's give it some torque on the X. Negative. Oh, that's force. Don't want that. Torque. Like so. It gives it some random rotation. That's pretty sweet. Press P. We can look around and shoot Suzanne's. And you can see we hit that top board. Not much happened. We hit the middle. Still not much happened. But you can see it's kind of falling apart a little bit randomly. If we shoot one all the way on the bottom, you can see it just knocks the entire thing over. So we got that little bit of physics going on for the wall. Okay, like so. Poor Suzanne. So what happens if we shoot this monkey head? Look at that. That's some pretty nice physics right there. A little destruction. I am planning on coming out with another building destruction type deal. I'm actually going to see if I can't recreate the way Battlefield, like Battlefield 4 building destruction or Battlefield 1 building destruction works. How you can blow holes in the middle of the wall, the sides of the walls. If you blow all the walls down, the entire house starts to collapse. I'm gonna work on that and see if I can't make a video on how to do that kind of building destruction. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next.